History of Kublai Khan, 1279–1294, 33 Best Quotes and History Yuan Dynasty, 1215–1368. Subscribed YouTube channel Golden Words. History of Kublai Khan, 1279–1294. The grandson of Genghis Khan, Kublai Khan was born in Mongolia in 1215. He was a general and an administrator when his brother died in 1260, when he named himself Great Khan and took control of the empire, which at this time stretched from the Caspian Sea east to the Pacific Ocean. After a civil war with another brother, Kublai eventually emerged victorious in 1264. Ariq Böke surrendered in Xanadu, also known as Xanadu, to Kublai. Kublai moved the capital to near modern-day Beijing, where he was a mainly benevolent ruler, setting up an administrative structure in keeping with local customs, improving infrastructure, implementing religious tolerance and introducing paper money for economic transactions. Mongol leader Genghis Khan began launching raids into present-day China almost immediately after uniting the nomadic tribes of the Mongolian plateau in 1206. His grandson Kublai Khan completed the conquest in 1279, bringing all of China under foreign rule for the first time. Kublai, who founded the Yuan Dynasty, deemed the Chinese legally inferior and recruited outsiders such as Venetian merchant Marco Polo to administer the realm. But Kublai also tried hard to win the support of the populace, repairing the damage of war, loosening his predecessor's draconian penal code, promoting the arts and expanding the efficient Mongolian postal system into China. Moreover, he posthumously gave his ancestors Chinese names and built a Chinese-style imperial capital in what is now Beijing. Despite suffering from depression and gout, not to mention morbid obesity, Kublai held a firm grip on power until his death in 1294. The Mongol Empire started crumbling soon afterward, and the Yuan dynasty was overthrown in 1368. Always fascinated by Chinese culture, in 1267 he set out to fulfill the dream of his grandfather and unite China, by subduing the Song dynasty in southern China. It was a long campaign and involved learning new kinds of warfare, but by 1279, all China was under his control. However, this caused problems, since if he acted like a barbarian foreign conqueror, the Chinese would reject him, but the more he set things up on the Chinese model, the more he alienated his Mongol base. Consequently, the Yuan dynasty that he set up did not long survive his death in 1294. By 1368, they had gone back to Mongolia, but their legacy of a united China remained. 33 Best Kublai Khan Quotes. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Books are a strange paradox. They take us away from reality while teaching us about it. Our minds are like vast playgrounds of imagination, where dreams and reality mingle. Travel is the ultimate teacher, showing us the vastness and diversity of the world. In the pursuit of power, we often lose sight of our humanity. History is not merely a collection of facts, but a tapestry of stories waiting to be woven together. The true conqueror is one who conquers their own fears and limitations. Love is a language understood by the heart, not the mind. Words have the power to build empires or destroy them. The greatest battles are fought within ourselves. A life without dreams is a life without purpose. The greatest strength lies in embracing one's own vulnerability. We are all connected, woven into the fabric of humanity. The pursuit of knowledge is a lifelong journey, with no destination but wisdom. True power lies in understanding and accepting our own mortality. Life is a masterpiece waiting to be painted. We hold the brush in our hands. It is in the darkness that we find the true light. The whispers of ancient souls echo through the pages of history. There is beauty in imperfection, and strength in scars. The greatest stories are found within the pages of our own lives. Time holds the secrets of the universe, waiting to be unraveled. We are all travelers, seeking our place in the vastness of the world. The power of dreams can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In the silence between words, the true meaning is often found. The world is a tapestry of cultures, each thread contributing to its beauty. Art is the language of the soul, expressing what words cannot. We are the heroes of our own stories, the authors of our own destiny. Through adversity, we discover our hidden strengths. Life's greatest lessons are often found in the most unexpected places. In the embrace of nature, we find solace for our weary souls. I have heard that one can conquer the empire on horseback, but one cannot govern it on horseback. Why do you speak to me of the stones? It is only the arch that matters to me. But which is the stone that supports the bridge? Yuan Dynasty, 1215 to 1368. The Mongols ruled China from 1215 to 1368. Their dynasty was called the Yuan Dynasty. Yuan means origin or primal. Genghis Khan united the Mongols in 1206. He made his first inroads into China in 1215 when he captured Yanjing, Beijing, then a relatively large city in northern China. The complete conquest of China was left to his grandson Kublai Khan, who reached Linnan in 1276 and claimed China in 1279. After the Song dynasty had been destroyed, in 1279 Kublai declared himself emperor of a united China with its capital at Dadu, and he established the Yuan, first, beginning, dynasty, 1279 to 1368. Kublai, who took the Chinese-style reign title Ziyuan, the greatest of the Yuan, proved himself to be one of the most able rulers of imperial China. Source: Library of Congress ***. A rich cultural diversity evolved in China during the Yuan dynasty, as it had in other periods of foreign dynastic rule. Major achievements included the development of drama and the novel and the increased use of the written vernacular. The Yuan was involved in a fair amount of cultural exchange because of its extensive West Asian and European contacts. The introduction of foreign musical instruments enriched the Chinese performing arts. The conversion to Islam of growing numbers of people in northwestern and southwestern China dates from this period. Nestorian Christianity and Roman Catholicism also enjoyed a period of toleration. Lamaism flourished, although native Taoism endured Mongol persecutions. Chinese governmental practices and examinations were reinstated by the Mongols in the hope of maintaining order within society. Advances were realized in the fields of travel literature, cartography, geography, and scientific education. Certain key Chinese innovations such as printing techniques, porcelain playing cards, and medical literature were introduced in Europe, while European skills, such as the production of thin glass and cloisonné, became popular in China. The Mongols undertook extensive public works. Land and water communications were reorganized and improved. To provide against possible famines, new granaries were ordered to be built throughout the empire. Dadu was rebuilt with new palace grounds that included artificial lakes, hills, and parks, and the capital became the terminus of the Grand Canal, which was completely renovated. These commercially oriented improvements encouraged overland as well as maritime commerce throughout Asia and facilitated the first direct Chinese contacts with Europe. Chinese and Mongol travelers to the west were able to provide assistance in such areas as hydraulic engineering, and they brought back to China new scientific discoveries, agricultural crops, methods of food preparation, and architectural innovations. Early records of travel by Westerners to East Asia date from this time. Much that the Western world of the 13th and 14th centuries knew about the Mongols and Asia was the result of the famous missions of a Venetian trading family. The first mission was by two brothers, Niccolo and Maffeo Polo, from 1260 to 1268. Another started in 1271, when they were joined by Niccolo's son, Marco Polo, who remained in Asia until 1295, was trusted by Kublai Khan and undertook a number of diplomatic missions and administrative assignments for him throughout the empire. The account of his travels, Illinois Million, or The Million, known in English as The Travels of Marco Polo, appeared about the year 1299 and astounded the people of Europe, who knew little of the highly developed culture of East Asia. The works of John of Plano Carpini and William of Rubruck also provided early descriptions of the Mongols to the west. The Mongols sought, but failed, to govern China through its traditional institutions. At the outset, they discriminated against the Chinese socially and politically, monopolized the most important central and regional government posts, and developed an unprecedented and complex six-tier local government administration. Mongols also preferred employing non-Chinese from other parts of the Mongol domain in Asia, the Middle East, and even Europe in those positions for which no Mongol could be found. Chinese, in turn, were more often employed in non-Chinese regions of the empire.